Do you go to therapy?
No, I've never been. I went to, you know what?
That's so Italian.
Wait, hold on.
What do you mean
I went
therapy?
to a holistic healer. That's what I went to. That was the
And what did
closest
they
thing
give
to
you, like-
therapy. After a really, I don't want to say toxic relationship, but we'll say it's toxic. It was just like I couldn't get back. Am I getting too dark? Are we getting off?
No. We need darkness. Actually.
But like, yeah, I was. I couldn't get back to being like when I was with the boys and everything. We'd go out and we're all single, and the guys are just like hitting on girls and everything. And I was just like, I can't get back to like I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care to like bang girls and shit. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I did at the same time. I was like, but I want to do that if I want to turn it on, but I couldn't.
But I just want to have a conversation.
Well, there's that. Yeah. So I was just like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's like as if I lost like my manhood. Like, yo, what's going on? So I spoke to a few people and they're like, yo, I think you need to go see this girl. I was like, okay. And then she sat me down and she was just like, oh, it's because your energies are all off. And I'm the type of guy, which is, I'm going to go, that's so Italian. I don't believe in any of this energy stuff. I'm just like, no, it doesn't exist. Done. Yeah, that's it. Like to me, it's like, stop. But she was really helping me with stuff. And like, she got into like post-traumatic stress activities that I can do, like to ground yourself to like, yo, everything's good. Like, and she actually explained to me that creatives, like people that are just, creatives, are more on the feminine side. Because in every human, there's a male and a female side. And so she was like, you have to accept the fact that you're just more feminine. Yeah, that's it. Dude, that's exactly how I felt.
Hola, Felicia. Hey, stop bumming my phone. My phone blowing up. Come on. You need to go home. Get out. Call me Felicia. High school romance. Aww. Now you got a boyfriend. Come on. And I'm still a drug addict. Hold up. I need a fucking blow up. I need a fucking bang. I need some fucking rain. I need a bang.
You guys remember Cock and Bull?
Yeah.
There's a bar on St. Catharines called Cock and Bull.
Yes.
Same owners as like Sports Station and yada yada. They used to sell 4-liter pitchers of beer for like $24. Okay, but this beer was like watered down. It was trash. So they would have like these entertainers, like this one singer that was there with his guitar on this like tiny little stage, and he was there every Friday or whatever. And I pull up to this place, and I'm like high on Molly. Okay, like I'm so high, and I think everything is all good. The guy's playing, and his board is beside him.
Okay.
Like stuck on the wall.
Yeah.
So he's playing. While he's playing, okay, my guy, listen to this. While he's playing, I go on stage, okay, and I start tweaking his sound. And the guy stops playing. He basically flips the fuck out. He's like, "Don't fucking touch my sound, you little boy!" Like, nah, 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 nah. And I was like, "Yo, man, it's all good, man. I'm sorry." I took it like a champ, you know. Had a whole bunch of friends there. They were like,
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
"What the fuck did you just do?
Pourquoi t'as fait ça?
Pourquoi tu fais ça là?
And they're like, "You took it like a champ." I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's all good." Woke up the next morning like cringing, like, what the fuck did I do, man?
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, you were convinced in your Molly element. You're like, I'm going to help this
yes,
man.
exactly.
You're like,
I'm doing you a favor.
I'm gonna hook him up.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
It's
so
like
in
you
tune.
thought that his reaction would be like, wow. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
He starts floating.
Just, oh my God.
He starts floating.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucking jokes.
Oh my God.
Speaking of sound checks, you had quite the event at Jazz Festival, which is an international festival.
It was wild, man. Both of you were there, man.
Yeah, that's wild.
Malade.
It was crazy.
A lot of people watching this don't know that you're actually part of a band.
Clay and Friends, man.
Clay and Friends.
Show a little video right here.
Okay, but what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I posted a story of you performing, and people are like, "That's the guy from the podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the guy from Clay and Friends."
That's crazy.
And I went with my neighbor, and then she's like, her roommate was like, "Oh, you're so lucky. You're going to go see Clay and Friends." And then she went, and it was only then that she put a face like to the puzzle.
Because we hung out at some point.
Because we hung out, like she had no idea. And then she told her roommate. Anyways, her roommates are like, no way, that's
Shut
Clay
up.
Friends. So
Yeah.
a lot of people like hear your sound.
Yeah, but don't know.
They don't
Yeah,
know
man.
the face, you know?
That's like part of like being in a band, you know. It's like I often use the example of like Imagine Dragons, you know. Can you put a face on any of the members? Like
No.
if you're not, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Ouais, c'est vrai.
And I think there's something special about like people like learning about something the long way, you know.
Yeah.
I heard this one thing. Like the more investment somebody needs to put into becoming a fan of somebody, the bigger of a fan they become.
Yeah,
You know.
big time.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah.
It's like a mysterious artist that's like, na. It's like, oh, yo, and then like, oh shit. I understand. I love it. You know,
Yeah, it's
instead of
okay,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
getting shoved music down your throat, like
Right.
on the radio or whatever.
Big
Oh,
time.
Justin Bieber. Like we all know Justin Bieber, but
Yeah, that's it. It's
do you
it's
know
like
any
another.
hardcore
So-
fans of Justin Bieber?
So a lot of people, well, by a lot of people, I mean, my neighbor was asking, when you do a free show for a festival like that, does the festival give you the money, the
Yeah, yeah,
moolah?
You're
Okay.
right, you know what? I thought of that
For sure, bro. It's like one of the highest paying gig. I think probably the highest paying gig that we've ever done.
for sure.
Oh yeah, okay, that's sick. Good for you
Yeah.
guys.
Can we talk about playing in front of 100,000 people? Like, were you not?
Well, it wasn't
shaking, bro?
100,000. It was like 50K.
It
Oh, yeah.
felt like 100 or 200,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like,
It did feel
that's
like a lot of
crazy.
people. I'm just happy that I didn't. You know, if I take the time to just not get too like fucked up before the show.
Yeah,
You know, like not drink too much, not smoke any weed,
for sure.
not do any type of drugs. I just like it's natural
Yeah,
for me. And at some point, it's like if it was 100,000 people, like that weren't into it, it would have been maybe a different vibe. But at some point, like everybody knows the songs, everybody's giving you so much love that it's like it can't be anything else but a good time. You know.
big time.
But I do know some artists that would have like a lot of anxiety before going on stage, and that maybe like I'm not saying maybe would have froze, but like would have I don't know, maybe
Drank
not
way too much.
yeah,
just-
or like maybe not soaked it in as much.
yeah.
Also, huge shout out to Mike, who's like a great front man and like kills
yeah,
it. You
shout
know,
out to
Yeah,
Mike, for real.
he got the crowd to do a bunch of shit
Yeah.
Dude.
with the phones, with the wave.
Dude, just getting on a floatable boat and
Yeah.
crowd surfing, I was like, this guy's nuts.
yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's
And he did a
fucking-
freestyle, right?
Yeah, freestyle, bro. He did a freestyle while he was on the boat.
Yeah, while he was on the
because he was
boat.
out there too long, and the song was done. So Mike was like, "Yo, pool boy, like drop a little beat," and I'm
Oh,
like,
that's it.
boom.
I
And then
remember
he's like, "Yo, no, jazz fest, no."
That's so sick.
It was
Dude,
sick.
but
Yeah,
not only that, he got on the boat on his stomach.
yeah,
And I was like, oh my God. Like, that's fucking cool because this view of everyone,
yeah.
he's right in everyone's face.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. So all he's seeing is this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because usually he does like the jump
Yeah.
from stage onto the boat, and he does a jump and he does a little 1-8. So
Yeah.
he lands on his back. But now the stage was like the crowd was far because of like the barricades.
Yeah.
So he had to like kind of like slide on to. But I
Yeah.
think it was a good view, like you said, like
It was sick.
like on his tummy. There's one thing that I'd love to do once is I know Hubert Lenoir does this, and it's like when you walk on the crowd,
Oh shit.
and like they just like they hold your feet, you know, and you're just like fucking Jesus walking on water.
Whoa, that is wild.
That's wild. Yeah.
You have to have some loving ass fans.
Yeah.
To do
And
that.
you have to have balance, bro. I would freaking fall
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
I wouldn't
God.
trust that at all.
I'd get
But-
robbed
but-
for sure.
But I'm surprised that at one point I felt like he was going way too far.
Mm-hmm.
Mike was going
Yeah.
way too far, and I'm like, yo, how do the people know when to turn him?
Yeah.
That's what I was
That's
confused
when you realize like the common good of people. That's when you realize like the true intentions of people.
And then people just like brought him back.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I think he called it. He's like,
Bring me back. Yeah, bring
He's
me
like, bring me back, bring me back.
Clem was our guitarist. Was he when he talks in the microphone? It's only the band that could hear him, so it's like a talk back. And he was like, "Yo, Adele, tell them to bring him back." And I'm like, "Nah,
No.
let him
go.
Oh damn! Okay, you guys had a little radio situation. You're like, it is a command, sir. You're like, no, sergeant.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
it
yo,
for
yo.
real. Negative.
2 days ago, we were in Sudbury. Okay, so this is a funny thing. You know, you go from playing in front of 50,000 people to like we're like developing we're developing like Eastern Canada. I mean Western Canada. So like Sudbury, for example, west side of Ontario, and it was like a folk festival, and like people, we didn't have a really big stage, whatever, and there was no sound check. So Clem has his talkback microphone. And he's supposed to just be talking to us, but we realize in the middle of the show that the whole crowd could listen to him. So he's calling cues. He's like, drop, or like it's like, yeah, like do the drop or whatever. And he's like, okay, we're playing this song next or whatever. And then I take off my in-ears and I'm like, yo, Clem, parle, like talk. And he's like, check, and he's like, check. And I'm like, yo, dude, yo, dude.
That's
The
wild.
art of not having a sound check. Bro.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Oh, no.
There's no sound guy there.
There's a
like,
sound guy, but he's just like playing it by ear, you know, like people like
He doesn't know your setup, so it's like
he doesn't know
not
our
his fault,
sound
right?
either. Like, you know, I beatbox sometimes,
Yeah.
and like the beatbox sounded like it was like through a telephone, you know. I'm
No
like,
way.
fuck it, then I ain't beatboxing. Fuck that shit. I don't want it to sound like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Did you guys were satisfied with the sound at the Jazz
So
Fest?
I
I was
was,
wondering
I
too.
mean, in the I wasn't in the front, so I don't know, but I got a couple of messages like, "Yo, bro, your sound man should die," and I'm like,
No, to be honest, I was there, and like in the back, it just felt like there was like no low mid, like there was no bass.
yeah,
I was like, what? What's happening here? But then you get closer, and you're like, okay, cool. Like,
yeah.
Right.
I think they should have like multiple.
But they do, but it's weird the way they set it up, dude.
Oh, yeah,
it's
they
like
have-
you have like the side speakers, but then you'll just hear like mic and guitar and nothing else.
Mm.
You're like, wait, what? Like
Yeah.
this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like as a non-music person, like the feeling that I had was the mic wasn't as clear as I wanted to be when he was rapping.
Mm-hmm.
And also I felt like there was missing that clap that I felt at the tellers.
Yeah.
When you guys would drop, I would feel it in my stomach, like, oh, this is a clap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That element was missing for me in the mid back.
That's the thing. But when you're at an outdoor show, it's like that's
Yeah,
what you're
you
gonna
gotta
get.
fix
When you're
that.
playing in
Tough,
front of that
man.
many people, exactly,
Yeah.
it depends like where you are and shit. But I know that my label president was like not satisfied with the sound and shit. But you know, at the end of the day, it is or what it is.
yeah,
You know
of
what I'm
course.
saying? Also, Mike was like singing very loudly but that's just nerves, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
just like going too hard and shit. But at the end of the day, bro, like after a show like that, I never look at the stories because I always wake up with a feeling of like, I don't know. Like
you could have done better, or
yeah,
whatever.
or like not even I could have done better, but like yeah, I feel like after that show, I was after the show, I was like I did what I had to do. Everybody seems happy and everybody,
Yeah.
you know. But then when like the band starts like, you know, when we start talking about what could have been better, and then like this, and then the sound man starts talking to us about what could have been better and shit. I always feel like a slight sense of not like disappointment, but I don't want to look at the stories, you know.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I get it.
I also feel like the beatbox solo could have been way better. Like the bass beatbox thing that me and
Right.
Pascal
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
It could have been better. I think it might have been the nerves and shit. But you know, you have two choices. Or you look back and you kind of fall into regret and shit. Or you just tell yourself that you could do better next time, you know? Which is cool because in 3 days, we're playing at FAQ in front of like 20,000 people. So it's going to be a good opportunity to like,
I'll be there.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
Are you playing?
No. I'll watch.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, man.
Are you there for, when?
It's for Alex on Fire and.
So you're there for the whole weekend?
No. I'm only there on what is it, Saturday?
Are we playing on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
fuck
think
yeah.
At like 8. I think you guys are playing. 8
Yeah,
o'clock.
that's super dope.
Yeah.
Alexa's on fire. I'm so down.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh shit, okay, let's go, man.
That's so
and
fucking
Rage
dope.
Against the Machine reunion. Shkam. Yeah.
Are you kidding? Rage Against the Machine, bro. I
Bro,
love
you're-
Rage.
you're
I
there.
saw them. I saw them on the flyer. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. That's
wonder
why
what
it's
the-
like, I'm going.
I wonder what the singer looks like now.
Yeah, seriously, there's no photos of him.
It's crazy. He just
So it's
disappeared.
Might come out like, like looking like
On a
50
cane.
and just
Yeah.
like, ça va, boys. He was Quebecois this whole time. It's like, what?
Yo, speaking of Quebecois bands, I heard I was in the car listening to Quebec radio and Simple Plan.
Yeah.
They're making music in French now.
What?
They've been, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I remember like like hearing their song in French for the first time. I was working at a go-kart track. I was like 17 years old. It was like them and like, I forgot who. Marimé.
Oh shit.
Yeah. They've been doing it for a while.
You know Marimé? Yes, Sam lacks deep understanding of French culture.
Yeah,
You grew up in the West.
I'm out of the loop when it comes to French
loop.
culture.
Marimé, how did she become famous?
But she sells poppin'.
Didn't she do Star Academy?
Star Academy, c'est ça?
Yes, one of the first ones.
Yeah.
One of the first ones, yeah.
Didn't Charlotte Cardin do
She
La
did.
Voix? Or was it La Voix?
I think
or?
it was La Voix.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she didn't win. She didn't win.
No,
that.
yeah, I think she got it in second place, which is
amazing.
honestly probably better.
The best thing.
Because, bro, when you finish first, they give you a pretty much a 360 deal, and I don't know who signs them. I think it's Musicor,
Yeah.
Québécois Musicor, and the deal, bro. The your upcoming artist, basically you won, say Star Academy or whatever, and they sign you in booking too, so you won't do any shows unless they pay you 25K. You know, so
God.
like you're and it's exclusive. So you're like there waiting for shows. You do 2 shows a year.
Yeah.
You know, because all the other shows I want to pay you 3K, whatever.
They can't.
Great opportunity for you to fucking play with your band and like pay the bills
You
ish.
can't do it. Yeah.
Can't do it.
Oh yeah,
Only 25K. Only 20K. You know.
but as an artist, can you
No.
amend that part of the contract?
You
Be like,
can, yeah, you can. But the thing is, with like people that like do Star Academy, for the most part, they don't have much experience in the music
yeah, they
industry.
don't know that it's.
First time I signed a contract with the Musicor, they told me we have our lawyers. Like, if you need any help navigating the contract, I'm like, I'm not gonna hire your fucking lawyer. You know?
Well, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, don't take.
It's like
the
you
lawyer
have,
out
like, the-
Yeah,
label.
exactly.
It's true.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That is weird. I know a guy. Oh, go.
Sorry. Do you say the whole 3K thing because it's to the it's to the disadvantage of the artist to not put in as many reps throughout a year?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
just
why?
like I think like just being active,
Is better than
is better than just playing 2 shows a
Fat
year, because then
contracts.
you become what are you exactly?
Yeah.
Like
It's true.
you're a Star Academy artist, which is why Charlotte Cardin I feel like kind of won, because
Yeah.
when you're second place you don't have as many, I guess, restrictions.
You're not tied.
Exactly.
Because I think what it is that, from what I know, is that you sign the contract as soon as you enter the competition. It's not when you win. It's as soon as you're in, bro. You're signed already.
Yeah.
So it's like you won. You already signed this contract.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And the thing that kind of like that sucks in a way is that when you're like this new upcoming artist and you're so eager, you're probably you and
Yeah,
your parents
yeah,
are
yeah.
just wow, it's correct.
Yeah. Well,
Sign and you don't realize what you're signing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
You know, and this one guy that won, it was Bobby Bassini's brother, Kevin Bazinet. Anyways, but he won, and what he did was, because like he was kind of like tired of like the pushing of the shows and everything. He couldn't handle it or something. From what I understand, he just stopped, because on contract it's like it doesn't say anything about him. Just I don't have to do anything until the contract's over.
I'm sick all the time.
Yeah, that's it. Fact, yeah, just no, and it's like, oh, okay, that's what he did. And
like we've been doing so many shows. It's like 2 days ago, me and Mike were like, bro, let's just call in sick.
fuck. No,
I think I have COVID.
I think I have COVID.
You're performing like every weekend? Almost?
Pretty much, yeah.
My
Tomorrow,
God.
Alma, 5 hours away.
Oh,
God damn.
Première
And
partie de
it's-
Corias, and then FAQ 2 days after.
Are you guys still traveling by car?
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
But with the Toyota car that Toyota gave you guys?
Yeah,
right?
the Musica Populaire de Verdun.
Okay.
Hey.
Toyota Verdun, they hooked
Yeah,
us
they
up
hooked
us up.
a year lease
Nice.
for a van.
c'est bon?
That's
Yeah, it's
sick.
fun. So we have 2 vans now. One of them doesn't have AC, so it's hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
life of an artist, eh?
You know what it is. You know what it is. But that new van, bro, it's not new. I think it's like 2019, 2020.
Still.
So mint.
So sick,
So
eh?
mint. Bro,
Oh
you're
my
there,
God.
like you're in the back seat. There's USB plugs everywhere. There's fucking AC. You can control it and shit. It's
That's
sick.
sick.
It's sick.
Nice.
What about yourself? I don't know a lot about you. I know Adele knows you, but so you're a music producer.
Yeah.
You're producing music since the age of 12.
No. Well, technically, yeah,
Or
because I was in
creating.
bands since I was 12.
Okay, that's sick.
Yeah.
And I went through your Instagram page. It seems like there's a lot of music videos, and you produce a lot of music for a lot of popular Montreal artists.
Yeah.
I saw like Sarah Diamond on there.
Yeah,
I
Sarah.
saw a bunch of artists, and I was just like, oh shit, there's a lot more depth to the Quebec culture than I even initially thought. Because like I'm discovering all these new artists. I know you guys are in the industry, but for me, it's like all new. But like I was listening to all the music clips you had. And for a second, I'm like, does this guy produce videos and produce music? I was like, yo, is this guy like
Hell
the
no.
ultimate dude? I was like, holy
No.
shit, this guy has superpowers. That's
Luca the producer. I get it. Dude. No, man. It's just, just working on the music and that's it. Getting together with the artists. And
Okay, so there's a lot of artists that like come to you to produce their songs.
yeah, exactly. It depends if like we're building from scratch, like in the studio, like writing sessions, which are always cool, or they'll just show up with like a demo and I get the vibe and it's like, okay, let's go. It's like, we'll take it from there.
Okay.
And it's been cool. And then I'll mix some of the stuff. Sometimes I don't. And, but I'm so picky when it comes to mixing. I'm really bad. It's like
when somebody else doesn't mix.
when someone does someone else is mixing, I'm like, okay. Like I get really
honestly, I learned to just give up.
but I'm never happy. It's
Yeah.
rare.
I
It's
learned
rare.
to not be happy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's it.
people like it, whatever.
What's cool
Me, the
though,
worst is mastering. After mastering, I'm
Oh.
like, okay, the song's dead. Finished. And there's no more dynamic. No more. We're done.
everything's
Fuck it.
crushed. It's
But
all
then when you
good.
listen on the radio, you're like, I get it.
Yeah.
Everything sounds like shit.
yeah, it's true. And like the only thing is like, I think only recently with Ludovic Bourgeois, that song was mixed by Jacob, who I share the studio with. So like we go back and forth and stuff, and it's like, okay, it's great. Like we're both happy and everyone's happy. It's like, okay, go.
So you mixed it?
No, I mixed. Well, it was Jacob that did it, and I just kind of like had a few pointers, and that's it. So yeah, he killed it.
Tim Buron's a great mixing engineer, though.
That's what I hear.
He's very good.
I gotta work with this guy again.
And
I gotta
also,
just see him again because I haven't seen him in like.
I met him
Years.
at. How long haven't you seen him in?
Dude, like I think I was 21 seeing this girl. Like yeah, I was 21 years old.
Jesus.
It's been a long time.
Damn.
Yeah,
I feel like you guys are like super close too. Doesn't he work at?
he's been to Planet a few times.
Yeah.
but every time he's there, it's like after his session, they'll be like, "Oh no, we had Tim Biron." I'm like, "Damn it,
Fuck! I just missed him.
missed him again."
So you always work at Planet Studios?
Always.
Planet Studios is a beautiful studio in Montreal. Honestly, mint as fuck.
Shout out Dan Chinelli. the owner.
The first time I went to Planet Studios was for Saram's listening party.
Yeah, that's where we saw
when
each other. Yeah.
That's when I met you.
Yeah.
We both worked on that album. Shout out Sarame, man. I
Shout
can't
out
wait to see
Sarame.
you, honestly.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her in a while. I met Tim Buron and Sarame at the SoCan camp.
The SoCan camp.
Yeah. Have you ever done one of the SoCan? You should.
Oh, I went to one recently.
Yeah. Dans Sud-Ouest.
Where the why am I forgetting the studio name? Serotonin Studios.
Serotonin Studios, exactly.
Simon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful spot. I
love
met
it.
Tim Buron. I was like, immediately, I didn't get a chance to work with him because he was like one of the producers. So like we were in different studios.
Yeah.
But I just heard a lot of great things about him. Like him while he's this guy's crazy. Okay, while he's producing a track, he's talking to himself. So he's like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and you were in the back like, she's like talking to me.
He's like a barber. So we're just gonna shave the sides a bit. See what I'm doing right now is I'm fading. Fading.
Fade in, fade
Fade
out.
out. Exactly. So I'm fading.
So you don't make any
so
more
dope.
dubstep, huh?
No dubstep. No. That was my attempt. And then I was doing some like little house remixes. And I was on SoundCloud. And I was like, yeah, man. And that's it. It was just
What was your first like big break?
okay, it was funny because I was doing a lot of live sound and I loved it. I was like working at the House of Jazz. I was running both. There's one in Laval, one in Montreal. And then one of the guys that's a resident at Planet, not anymore, but he was like, it's like, yo, like I need a partner. You should come by the studio, this place, Studio Planet, and just come check it out. I said, okay, cool. So I went to check it out. And he thought like I would want to get a job there. But I was like, no, I don't want to be an assistant. Like I kind of want to, produce people or whatever. And then he posted on Facebook. He's like, I'm looking for a studio partner. I was like, boom, yo, I'll do it. I don't know what it is, but I'll do it. And he's just like, okay, cool. You just have to pay rent and that's it. We'll be partners together in this spot. We'll get some gear together and whatnot and just produce artists. So I was like, okay, cool. But he had his artists, I had mine. But the thing is, I had none. I was
Yeah.
I just came out of like music school and audio school and I was like, I got no one. So I was like, okay, let me hit up some people from school. And so I hit up this one guy, his name's Reza, and he did R&B. So I was like, okay, let's do some R&B together. And I would do whatever I didn't know how to produce R&B, but I was just doing it, whatever I thought felt right. And at the time he was doing that lo-fi Drake type of stuff. And so that was like the first thing. And then he put a video out, and then I got people hitting me up. Yo, I want to do like dance music. Okay. And I would just like do as the best I could, and people were vibing with it. But at the time I was like a bit cocky in a way where it was like, I'm not going to use presets. I'm going to make my own.
Yeah.
So I was grabbing synths and doing like tweaking things. And
Yeah.
oh, this is my sound. And I was like, this is not
Sounds
sounding
like
cool.
shit.
Yeah. It's not sounding cool at all. My mixes weren't right. So then I was like, okay. Like
I used to be
really-
like that too, a little cocky, being like,
Yeah.
we're gonna spend 5 hours just like on fucking serum.
yeah, bro. Like, no, I was, this isn't working, but I understood how
Exactly.
it worked.
That's important.
Yeah.
If you understand. Sometimes you pull up a preset, you're like, oh, there's one oscillator I don't fuck with. And like, if you know how to work like, different oscillators, put down the volume or whatever. And, like,
Exactly.
understand how to.
So that's it. That's what it became, and it was just word of mouth and kind of hitting up people. But then there was one thing I would do, which I always tell some people to do, which is really funny. There's a website called Cambridge Audio where they offer raw files, like WAV files, to practice mixing. And it's all garage bands. It's all stuff that sometimes sounds really good, like properly recorded, or sounds terrible. But what I would do is I would like tweak them and really learn like the plugins that I had and like understand them. And then online, I would post mixing metal today. But it's not for a client. I would just say that. So then I'd have like these guys hit me up from actually the West Island, and it was like a metal band. They're like, yo, could you mix my album? I was like, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. So I was like, I just finished mixing this, and I understood it, how to get it sounding like bands that I used to look up to.
Metal mixes are fantastic.
Oh, they're so fun.
Especially with like triggered kicks.
Oh, dude.
Like the fucking boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, yeah.
When I first met Clement, he was in a metal band, and that's how we met.
Nice.
We had a common friend who was a singer, like a metal singer. He would do the nastiest growls, and
Nice.
metal singers are fucking crazy. And they would all rehearse, bro, with like headgear just because it was so loud.
Oh,
you know?
for sure, dude.
I remember I had a session with Claire when I first met her, and like the studio was like timed, So at 3:00, like Clement's metal band would pull up, and like, so we were in the middle of a session, people would just pull up, ring, gang, gang, ring, gang, gang, gang. Just like,
Where was the studio?
it was on William Street, which is in like Griffintown.
Okay.
Oh, was it the
And-
ghetto one?
Yo, dude, that shit was so ghetto. It was in an attic, so when you walked in, the ceiling was so low, but then as the further you went, it went up because like the roof was like this,
Oh, no.
So we put the couches over here, and we had a mixing thing or whatever over there. But yeah, we mixed Clement's metal band, and it sounded pretty good, honestly.
Nice, man.
Sounded pretty good.
Yeah, so that's it. I was like, I guess fake it till you make it. But it was
Yeah,
just
bro.
like, I'm mixing metal. Oh, I'm mixing folk today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that was it. I was just getting clients and stuff.
How selective are you now when somebody knocks at your door and they have the bankroll to hire you? Do you say yes to everybody who has the dough, or are you like, I fuck with you, I don't fuck with you?
No, I've been okay. It depends the season.
Oh,
To be
yeah,
honest,
yeah,
I'm sure you understand. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if it's January and like February, March, where no one's doing nothing's happening,
yo.
and there's no prods, it's just like, okay, I'll take in some of the work that like, okay, I don't vibe with it, but maybe I can make it my own and really vibe with it. And that's it. It depends. It really depends.
Really,
If
yeah.
I'm like, it's like, okay, dude, you need the cash. Like, let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Like then, yeah, to be honest, then yeah, I'll take on some stuff. But I try to make it as like I'll try to love it as much as possible. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like,
It's honestly a blessing to be able to refuse contracts.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
great saying, it's like your career is defined by your nose.
If you
not
can say
your
no,
yeses.
yeah.
It's like
true.
whatever nose you say. It's like,
I was like, my nose.
nose.
I was like, okay, comme tu te lèves le nez, like, I don't need you. I don't need you.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's it.
But it's funny you say that there's such a dark winter hole for me too, as a video guy. Like January, February, March.
That's my
Worse.
don't talk to Luca months. I'm just like,
Yo.
okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
life's done. I'm just,
I'm done.
yeah, I'm done. There's no music happening.
Like nobody gets back to you via email. It's just a hole. It's dark. There's like 4 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
In Montreal, like we like it gets really cold here. I don't know if the people listening are from Montreal, but it gets stupid cold. And essentially, those months is like try not to kill yourself.
Yeah, bro,
Much.
it's
Straight up.
crazy. Like it's insane. Oh my god!
It's
But then
so
mid March, you're like, oh,
Oh, there's hope.
you're like, oh, light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see
And
the
then
light.
boom, another snowstorm.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so true.
Yeah, I think we were recording in April, and there was a fucking snowstorm here. It was April.
Oh
And I
my
think I was
God.
depressed. I was like, I can't sleep, right?
Oh no,
I think I should go to therapy. Do you go to therapy?
no, I've never been. I went
That's
to.
so
You know
Italian.
what?
That's so Italian.
Wait, hold on.
What do you
I
mean
went
therapy?
to a holistic healer. That's what I went to. That was the
And what did
closest
they
thing
give
to
you, like-
therapy. After a really, I don't want to say toxic relationship, but we'll say it's toxic. It was just like I couldn't get back. Am I getting too dark? Are we getting off?
No,
topic?
I like
no.
that.
We need darkness. Actually.
But like, yeah, I was. I couldn't get back to being like when I was with the boys and everything. We'd go out and we're all single, and the guys are just like hitting on girls and everything. And I was just like, I can't get back to like I couldn't do it anymore.
yeah.
And I was like, I don't care to like bang girls and shit. I don't give a
Yeah,
shit. Like,
yeah.
But I did at the same time. I was like, but I want to do that if I
Yeah.
want to turn it on, but I couldn't.
But I just want to have a conversation.
Well, there's that. Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
just like, I couldn't.
yeah.
It's like as if I lost like my manhood. Like, yo, what's going on? So I spoke to a few people and they're like, yo, I think you need to go see this girl. I was like, okay. And then she sat me down and she was just like, oh, it's because your energies are all off. And I'm the type of guy, which is, I'm going to go, that's so Italian. I don't believe in any of this energy stuff. I'm just like, no,
Get
it
the
doesn't
work
exist. Yeah, that's it. Like to me, it's like, stop. But she was really helping me with stuff. And like, she got into like post-traumatic stress activities that I can do, like to ground yourself to like, yo, everything's good. Like, and she actually explained to me that creatives, like people that are just, creatives,
Yeah.
are more on the feminine side. Because in every human, there's a male and a female side. And so she was like, you have to accept the fact that you're just
You're a
more
bitch.
feminine. That's it. Dude, that's exactly how I felt. So it was like, you have to accept the fact that you're a bitch. But no, bro, I was like, okay, cool. And she's like, yeah, you're creative. She's like, that's what it is. It's like, you just have to accept that. And I was like, oh, all right then. And then once I was like, okay, I came to terms with that, whatever that was, I felt way better and everything went back to normal. I was like, oh, okay, dope. And then I went back to her because she was like, oh, we need to do follow-up. And she was like, see, you're really aligned. It's as if you did something, you're realizing something. But then I like played like a little, no, I played a card. Like I was just like, okay, like my friend told me you talk to the dead. Like this girl like talks to the dead.
Oh, shut up.
Like she's like, and she was super accurate. It was crazy.
Really?
She was actually accurate about, I'll just keep it short, but she was like, I was like, yo, like you talk to the dead. She's like, you want me to talk to the dead? I'm like, yeah, I do want you to talk to that. Because I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see this. She's like, just give me 5 minutes. She closes her eyes. She closes her eyes. She's like, just give me 5 minutes. I said, okay. She's like, now say the name of the person that you want to talk to. I was like, oh, shit. I'm like, my grandfather. So she's like, okay. And so she's like, say it 3 times. I said 3 times. And she just has her eyes closed. And then she opens her eyes. And I swear to God, like exorcism, she just does this. And I went, tabarnak. Like I just got cold. She just turns her head. She's like, he's here. And I was like, okay. Like, dans ma tête, it's like, okay, he's here.
Yeah.
And then she's like, he's laughing. He said he got here by BMW. And I fucking froze.
Shut up.
That's my inside joke with him. So I froze because he would say, would you get here by bus, metro, walk? That was BMW, bus, metro, walk. That's what he would say. It was a joke. She's like, I don't know why he's laughing. And he said, like, he got here by bus, metro, walk. Bro,
That's so fucked.
I
That's
just
so fucked.
automatic crying. Like, I was just like,
Dude,
okay.
I have goosebumps right now.
Dude, it was chilling.
That
I
kind
was
of
like,
story always fucks me up.
Dude,
That kind of story always fucks me
she
up.
was so accurate on a bunch of things. It was crazy.
My friend's mom used to like have relationships with the dead as well, and she was like the best person in the world. She was definitely not crazy, but like
No.
like I remember I was talking to my friend, and she was like, "You know, my mom's not crazy." I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "I'll tell you right now, like she actually talks to the dead," and I believed her, and I still do.
Yeah. Dude,
Maybe some humans have like they could tap into that. You
I
know what
believe
mean?
it.
I believe that for sure.
Like how is there some humans that could understand the laws of physics and the universe and they could like write it on paper like 5,000 years ago and be like, this is the answer.
Yeah.
And like some humans have different superpowers, you know?
True.
I wonder where that comes from. You know, like when like in the developing brain, I have a feeling like sleep has a lot to do with it.
Maybe.
Like when you go into that sleep state of like basically you're dead. And it's like
The REM sleep. That's what they
yeah, all
talk
that's
about?
yeah.
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 I have a feeling like when I see a child sleeping, I'm like, there's probably some crazy shit going on in that head of yours right now.
Dude, of course.
Yeah.
You know about REM sleep, the final stage of sleep where it looks like we're dead, we're just like gone. Apparently, if you smoke weed before sleeping, you never hit that stage.
No, you
So
don't.
that's why you wake up all fucked.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
I've been smoking less weed and I've been having just like recurring dreams, nightmares,
Yeah.
crazy shit. Like so,
But like good
so-
sleep is what you're having now.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
and I actually remember. So basically, like, what happens with weed and alcohol do this.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's So alcohol, there's a state called the delirium tremens, is when like you drink a lot of alcohol, and in your waking state you start having like hallucinations. And it's like that's why it's called delirium tremens. It's like delirium, basically. It's from Latin. And what happens is that your brain is actually it's lacking REM sleep so much that while you're awake, your brain goes into REM sleep. So you start seeing things as if you were dreaming.
Oh shit.
So like your brain actually like has like a meter of like how much REM sleep you're getting. So that's why when you stop smoking weed, for example, you have crazy vivid dreams.
Oh, for sure.
But it's because you're making up for all that lost REM sleep. And then after a couple of days or weeks, you go back to having normal dreams again. You know?
That's weird because
Crazy.
some people say that they use weed to fall asleep.
Yeah, I know. You
I'm
when you use weed, you do fall asleep. So, but you don't hit that REM.
You don't
as
go deep.
much.
You don't go deep.
So basically, like if you don't smoke, like for a person that smokes weed every day, like I try to not smoke weed 2 hours before going to bed, and that usually helps me with like my REM sleep.
That's what I was just about to say. It's like just wait.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Just like smoke and then just wait it out. Don't don't go to bed right
Exactly.
away.
Yeah.
You know?
But I think REM sleep is not the final stage. I think it's the before last. I think the last one is deep sleep. So that's when like you're basically like fucking asleep. It's harder for you to wake up, and that's where like a lot of like I think like muscle tissue regeneration and just like cellular regeneration happens. So when you smoke weed, you kind of skip the REM. But you hit the deep sleep. So like for athletes, for example, who have trouble sleeping, sometimes it's just a better idea because you're gonna hit that deep sleep and you might like recover physically, you know? But you take a hit on the REM. Yeah, REM sleep is fucking crazy. I've already had like lucid dreaming.
What's that again?
It's when
can
like you know
control.
that you're in a dream.
Oh yeah,
And you can make decisions. There's a next level to that. It's called astral projection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
did
bro, I had that once. I smoked weed and I passed out in my old apartment and I was watching like BBC or some shit. And I passed out and I remember falling asleep, but then like hitting sleep paralysis. You know, sleep paralysis. We've talked about this on the podcast a couple times. And I was paralyzed, but then you know you try to get up, you know, but you can't because you're paralyzed. But like I tried so hard, okay, to get up that like I got up and I stood up and I looked at my body.
That's happened to so many people I know.
I was looking at myself sleeping, and then I
Crazy.
walk in my apartment and I was on the second floor, and then I'm like, okay, so I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming right now. So I'm like to prove to myself that I was dreaming, I decided to fall headfirst down the whole flight of stairs because I knew that I wasn't gonna die. Worst case, I was gonna wake up, you know. So I fall, boom, head first. All I see, black, wake up in front of my apartment on the street, okay? Everything is the same, like as if I was the same day, same everything. And I was looking at the apartment and I was like, holy shit. And I look at the sky and I'm like, let's fucking fly. And then boom, I start flying. And then I go see a girl I was seeing. I had sex with her.
No fucking
I
way.
swear to
bro.
God. And anyway, it wasn't fun. The sex wasn't fun. So it was like very weird. So I stepped out, started flying again. And then, you know, like the roller coasters, you know, when you're like in free fall.
Oh,
I was doing that in my dream. I was flying fucking high, and then I would just like let myself go. And I remember it was like I was laughing so much in my dream. It was so much fun that I got up because I was like like I got up like that because I was laughing too much. And then I got up and I was on my bed, on my couch, and then I got up and I started doing the dishes and I just screamed like in ecstasy because it was literally the most beautiful experience I've ever had in my life.
That's amazing.
It was fucking crazy. I was flying. I was going up Côte des Neiges. I was seeing every single restaurant, every single tree, as if I was there. Genre.
That's fucked.
I remember I had a phase too where like I heard about astral projection and like lucid dreaming, and I would like try to train myself to try to astral project. And like every night I would go to bed, and like for like 2 weeks I was trying. And the closest I got is there was like a massive vibration I felt while I was like falling asleep. Like I would like train, because there was a YouTuber that would explain people like how to astral project,
Oh my God.
and I was following his steps. And then the closest I got, I had a trembling sensation. I was like, and I felt like I was separating from body, and I was trembling. And then as soon as I got out, I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing it. Wake up. And I kind of woke up and I went back in.
Yeah.
Bro.
But my mind fucks with me. He's like, oh, you're dreaming? Okay, wake up. Like my mind always like spoils it.
Bro.
Guys, I think we're done, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yo, thank you so much for being here with us. Like and subscribe for more content like this. Subscribe to our Patreon if you want the full episodes. Huge shout out to all of our fucking TikTok followers, all of our YouTube followers. You guys have been amazing. Without y'all, this would not exist. Huge shout out to Luca. Thank you so much for being here with
Yeah,
us.
Yeah, man. Thanks for
problem.
coming.
Do you want to plug your socials? Anything?
At LucaTheProducer on Instagram. That's all I got.
Absolutely. The links
it,
are going to
man.
be in the description. Sam, you got any parting words?
No, I guess that's it, man. Guys, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. I go by Sam FGPZ, Pool
Pool
Boy,
Boy.
Luca the Producer. It was real.
Yeah.
Peace.
Ching!